Prime Iverson versus Prime Kyrie.
Got it, Kyrie Irving!
So I got to be able to coach you and tell you when you're not getting it done.
Whoa! Kyrie Irving, some razzle-dazzle on a beautiful advanced feed from Smart.
A battle of eras basketball fans, let me ask you this. What happens when you take two of the nastiest ball handlers in NBA history, throw them in a blender, and hit prime mode? You get a recipe so deadly defenders might start applying for workers' comp before the game even tips off. We're talking about Allen Iverson, the answer, and Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew. Two players who didn't just dribble the ball. They made it dance, spin, and humiliate million-dollar defenders on national TV. But here's the million-dollar question. If both stepped onto the court in their prime, one-on-one, who walks away with bragging rights? The answer, basketball's punk rock star, Allen Iverson, didn't just play basketball. He played it loud. He walked into the NBA in '96 looking like he came straight from a hip-hop music video set. Cornrows tight, tattoos fresh, attitude dripping. He wasn't here to fit in. He was here to shake the table. And boy, did he. The moment he crossed up Michael Jordan, Iverson became an urban legend. People didn't just replay the bucket, they replayed the disrespect. It wasn't about 2 points, it was about showing the greatest player alive that he too could be humbled. I wasn't tall, he wasn't big, 6 feet on the roster sheet, but let's be real, probably 5'10" on a good day. But what he lacked in height, he made up for in audacity. He attacked the rim like he had life insurance policies on every big man in the league. Shaq in the paint, Mutombo with the finger wag, didn't matter. Iverson drove anyway, like a man trying to get through a Walmart crowd on Black Friday. And the funniest part? He always looked slightly annoyed, like he couldn't believe defenders were still trying to stop him. Uncle Drew, the smooth assassin. Then there's Kyrie. Handles so smooth, it's like watching silk fall down a staircase. If Iverson's crossover was a punch in the face, Kyrie's was death by ballet. A spin here, a hesitation there, and suddenly, boom, your knees are doing the cha-cha without your permission. Kyrie Irving treats basketball like an improv stage. He doesn't pre-plan, he reacts. One dribble left, defender shifts, bam, he's gone the other way. It's like trying to swat a mosquito with a blindfold on. And then there's the shot. Game 7, 2016 Finals. Over Steph Curry. Net barely moves. That wasn't a shot, it was an exclamation point on one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. Kyrie doesn't just play, he performs. Defenders? They're his unpaid background dancers. Different flavors of chaos. So here's the clash. Iverson was raw energy. Explosive, relentless, almost reckless. Watching him was like listening to hardcore rap on full volume. Kyrie, he was poetry in motion, smooth like jazz, calculated but improvisational, elegant even in chaos. Iverson would run through a brick wall. Kyrie would convince the wall to dance with him, then leave it dizzy. Both break ankles, both torch defenders, but one does it screaming, the other does it smiling. The fantasy showdown begins now. Imagine it. Midnight. An empty Philly rec gym. Lights humming. The sound of a basketball echoing like a heartbeat. On one side, Allen Iverson. Baggy Sixers shorts, sweatband on his arm, scowl on his face. On the other, Kyrie Irving. Hoodie up, calm grin, the quiet confidence of a man who knows he's about to make physics look foolish. They slap hands. No words, just respect. Then the ball is checked. Game to 11, win by 2. Street ball rules. First blood, Iverson gets the ball first. Triple threat stance. One hard dribble, left to right crossover. Kyrie bites, ankle breaker, number 1. AI pulls up, net, 1-0. Kyrie smiles. His turn. Slow dribble, rocking side to side. Iverson crouches ready, but Kyrie hits him with the in and out, then spins back right. Iverson stumbles like he stepped on a Lego. Layup 1-1, and just like that, the war begins. Trash talk and smirks Iverson's got the mouth of a rapper mid-diss track. You too little. You can't guard me. Every bucket comes with commentary. Kyrie, he doesn't talk much, but every move, every smirk, every head shake, that's its own language. Like he's saying, "You thought you had me?" Cute one's barking like a pit bull, the other's purring like a cat. Both are terrifying. The momentum swings. Iverson starts cooking. 3 straight buckets, pull-ups, floaters, a drive that looks like he teleported past Kyrie. Scores 5-2, but Kyrie answers with a display that makes the ball look alive. Hesitation, spin, Euro step. Buckets rain down. Suddenly it's 6-5, Kyrie. The crowd in your imagination, they're standing now. Every crossover feels like it might end a career. Every jumper feels like destiny. Mental warfare. This is where it gets spicy. Iverson thrives on chaos. He wants the game messy, gritty, elbows flying, sweat dripping, like a bar fight with a basketball involved. He'll drive straight at you 10 times in a row just to see if you're man enough to stop him once. Kyrie? Nah. Kyrie thrives on rhythm, on flow, on hypnotizing you into a trance before snapping the rope. Guarding him feels less like defense and more like auditioning for Dancing with the Stars. One moment you're sliding left, the next you're pirouetting into the Gatorade table. So while AI is trying to bulldoze through like a guy in rush hour traffic leaning on the horn, Kyrie's painting circles around him like Bob Ross with a crossover brush. Kryptonites. Let's not pretend either guy is perfect. Iverson, shot selection straight out of a Vegas casino. Sometimes hot, sometimes cold. Always a gamble. He could go 5 for 5 or 2 for 17, and you'd get the same confidence after every miss. Kyrie, injuries, drama, unpredictability. The kind of guy who might pause mid-game, look at AI and say, "You ever think the earth might be flat?" Iverson would probably just stare at him like, "Bruh, check ball." These flaws make them human, but in a one-on-one, they also make the game unpredictable. The closing stretch scores tied, 9 for 9, game to 11. Next bucket means everything. Iverson sizes up, hard dribble left, crossover right, classic AI. He rises, Kyrie contests, the ball bounces, in, 10 for 9 Iverson, game point. But Kyrie's got the ball. Dribble package on full display. Hesse, spin, step back. Iverson's right there, hand in his face. Kyrie launches anyway. Swish, 10 for 10. The gym's silent, except for the sound of hearts pounding. Winner take all. The final possession. Iverson checks the ball. Sweat dripping. He leans in. Triple threat, hard jab. Kyrie bites but doesn't fall. AI drives, explodes to the rim. Kyrie slides, somehow staying in front. Iverson double clutches, throws it high off the glass, bounces, rolls. Kyrie tips it away. Rebound to Kyrie. He takes it back out. Slow dribble. Eyes locked on Iverson. Step back. Deep 2. AI lunges, but it's too late. The net snaps. Kyrie wins 11 for 10. The aftermath, Iverson wipes his face, smirks, and says, "You nice." Kyrie nods, grinning. You the answer for a reason. There's no handshake needed, just mutual respect. Because this wasn't about who's better. It was about 2 eras of basketball colliding in the most beautiful, chaotic, hilarious way possible. Who really wins? Truth is, basketball fans win. Because whether you prefer Iverson's fearless chaos or Kyrie's elegant wizardry, you're witnessing artistry. Iverson inspired a generation to believe size doesn't matter. Kyrie reminded us that creativity still has a place in a league obsessed with threes and dunks. Pick your side, argue all day, but deep down, you know the truth. Both of these guys would have made your favorite defender look like they were wearing roller skates. This is a new series I'm bringing to the channel, diving into dream matchups, hidden legends, and basketball's what-ifs. And if you want more breakdowns like this, let me know in the comments, because your voice decides what comes next. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Hoops Extra, and turn on the bell icon, because this is just the beginning. More stories, more legends, more hidden truths are waiting.